Who is Zaddy?
Well, I'm KAIS links. I'm the cheapest molecule. Very cheap, very loose. And at the same time, very crazy. I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay.
I'm a realist. Like, I believe in what it is. Yeah, and I'm a reformer. Like, I believe so much in going the right way and communicating the right ideologies.
Okay.
I'm a freelance marketer, a PR, a blogger, and an entrepreneur. KAIS is one of my initiatives under the KAIS Links initiatives, and I blog under the blog KAIS Links homepage. I started managing Cameroonian, I think, aged 22, 23.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a young manager back then. It was a crazy experience, like managing people. My youngest worker was at least 8 years older than me. Imagine that courage to manage people back then. I mean, it was a crazy experience. Somebody who just gets up from the bed and his father gives him 100 million to open a company will never know how to manage an employee like somebody who has worked like an employee.
That's very true.
Until you serve as an employee, that's the only way you know how to take care of an employee as an employer.
How did you raise capital to start KAIS Cream where we are right now?
Do I already molecule? So what if all of us are scammers? Like every young person now in molecule. Yes. Yeah, to get to the next level, you have to get to scammers too. I mean, it's very a lot of us are scared of failures. We should be able to make those crazy decisions and be responsible for the outcome, even if they are bad. If you choose to be a gay, I'm not endorsing gay. It should be a choice, and you should be ready to face the consequences. It shouldn't be when things are going against them, you try to shy away from it. That's hypocrisy to me.
Okay guys, greetings peeps, Sally, how on a day? Welcome to another one, but this one is a unique show that I'm creating on this channel where I'll be getting the stories of young Cameroonian entrepreneurs. And today I am with KAIS Links, aka Zaddy, and we are KAIS Cream. So I'm having a taste of it and it's awesome. I've always wanted to meet up with him when I come to Boya. He's because we are friends on Facebook. One of another very interesting personality I've met on Facebook and in real life now. So I want to hear his story. And so KAIS, yeah, I will start by asking you to give a short introduction. So if somebody asks, who is Zaddy?
Well, I'm KAIS Links. I'm the cheapest molecule. Very cheap, very loose. And at the same time, very crazy. I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay.
I'm a realist. Like, I believe in what it is. Yeah, and I'm a reformer. Like, I believe so much in going the right way and communicating the right ideologies.
Okay.
I'm a freelance marketer, a PR, a blogger, and an entrepreneur. KAIS is one of my initiatives under the KAIS Links initiatives, and I blog under the blog KAIS Links homepage. Yeah.
Okay. This is freestyle, guys. I never prepared questions. Unfortunately, it was spontaneous. I had to exploit the opportunity. You know, when opportunities like this don't come often. So I will go next by asking about your educational background.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm having a BSc in business management.
Okay.
I graduated 2013, and amazingly, I was the best graduating management student in University of Boya.
Wow.
With honors. 2013.
I've always known that there was brains attached to this.
Yeah.
And after your graduation?
After graduating, I willfully refused to continue because I see no future with further studies in Cameroon. Considering my dream for entrepreneurship, the earlier I start, the better for me because it's a journey that takes years to build. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. And before KAIS Cream, what are other projects that you have worked on?
Yeah. I think in terms of my job,
yes.
My first job was with Sanili Motors back then in Kumba.
Okay.
I worked with them for 5 months. and it was a crazy experience. Maybe after graduation, having your first job, it wasn't really easy. Like, fit yourself in the job milieu.
How many months after graduation?
I think about 5 months after graduation, I had my first job. And in that job, I resigned 3 times in 5 months.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I was extremely crazy back then. I really had that passion to be independent and to start something on my own. So I moved to Boya with Siakonia Foods. So I started.
Yeah, that's where I discovered you.
Yeah, I started managing Siakonia, I think aged 22, 23.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, a young manager back then. It was a crazy experience, like managing people. My youngest worker was at least 8 years older than me. Imagine that courage to manage people back then. I mean, it was a crazy experience, but I liked it though, and I accepted the salary lower than what I was earning in Stanley Motors because it gave me the free will to navigate like I wanted, like a manager, to make my decisions, taste them, fail. Yeah, so it was a journey that I was there for 5 years.
Okay.
I achieved amazing things with them, rebranding, new packaging, new logo, and new markets. And through that, I actually had an experience that I can say I'm putting it in my own business today, without like spending like I ought to.
Okay.
That's it. So, like maybe in terms of the entrepreneurial journey, there are 2 things I can say.
Okay.
You can start your entrepreneurial career with your capital, and you can start getting the experience with someone else's capital, like when you are working, like it's called in management on-the-job training.
On-the-job training.
Yeah. So I actually got an experience.
Is it like learning by doing?
You're learning by doing with someone else's experience and capital. So after 5 years, no matter how dumb I could be, I must have had some words of experience that I can put in my own business. So when it was time for me to like move to the next level, I had to quit for my job, take some months to put myself together, then start up this, I think 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
But to start up a business on your own as an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
I think I know capital is needed and also knowledge,
Yeah.
especially knowledge about the business. So, which one is the most important?
I think knowledge.
Knowledge.
And not just knowledge, the vision.
The vision.
Yeah.
Okay. So you need to just, okay, will you advise somebody to start without having a clear vision and see how it goes, or try to discover, or you need to have a vision before you start?
I think business is not 1 year, 2 years, it's 5 years, 10 years. Like everybody can start a business today, but how you sustain it to the next 5, 10 years is what makes you a business person. Like there are so many startups, and statistics will tell that more than 90% of startups actually fail because they start without a vision, because it will never be easy. Even if you have the capital, you can have as much as you want. Without a clear-cut vision, when things start going the bad way, you will not be able to sustain it. So I think the vision is what motivates you even when things are not going, like to keep pushing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are the challenges? I know there are so many.
Yeah.
So what are some of the challenges you face as an entrepreneur, especially with your present business, KAIS Coin?
Okay.
What are the major challenges you face?
The challenges with every entrepreneur, and with mine specifically, is one, an entrepreneur is also an employer. And to employ and retain your workers is a very big challenge. Even among big corporations, you find that there's high level of employees turnover. Like this person is working today and tomorrow it's not. So that challenge of employing, maintaining your workers, it has always been an issue. And me too, especially maybe at the startup stages, you have to pay them, motivate them, and keep everything going, no matter the cost that you incur in running your business. Then also, I think we have challenges with my line of business, things like electricity. The constant power outage around Boya is a very big challenge. Rain too. Now, we talked about capital before.
Yes.
I always say that capital is important when you have the vision. But you may never implement your vision in 24 hours. It may take you years. And our difference is how to put together your capital. I can say as of now we are being affected by rain because we haven't put in the right infrastructure to harbor what we envisage.
Okay.
So rain is still a challenge that we look forward to curb in the nearest future. It's an extension. Then also at the level of electricity, for now we can't afford a generator because we have other priorities, but we look forward to getting to that. I also think that market is a challenge to every new startup. Your market grow with time.
Okay.
So as days are passing by, today you have tasted KAIS cream. You are a new customer, right? Yeah, so that's how we get to grow our customer base.
I was actually a customer before I came here.
You're officially a customer.
Yeah.
So that's it. Like, the market grows with time. You can't get 1 million customers in a day. You can get that in 10 years. So that's the vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting. Okay, guys. So, like I said, I'm here with KAIS links.
KAIS cream.
KAIS cream Zaddy. Check out his Facebook page, KAIS link homepage, where he's doing a great job in promoting young entrepreneurs and so many other awesome initiatives. Okay, we're going to have a short break. When we come back, I will be digging deep into our guests, and you get to know some other issues, maybe his personal life, and shortly, guys, after the break.
Okay.
Okay, guys, so like I said, we are back, and we'll be continuing this segment, knowing more about our guest, learning more or 1 or 2 tips from him. So the next question I'll be asking you is, you spoke about working with Soya Konya for 5 good years. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So what did you learn throughout your period with Soya Konya?
Wow. I actually started working with Soya Konya maybe still as a fresh graduate with lots of stories in my head. Normally, I was comfortable having it as my specialty, what I studied in school, then getting to work like for it. So I had that so much zeal of the stories that we used to learn in school, like to try to practicalize it, and I think that was it. Like, I had the opportunity to implement the things I learned in school, but apart from that, I learned to fail in Soya Konya. Like, that's one thing in business. You must be ready to fail. By the time you're ready to fail, you are ready to succeed. I think that's one of the amazing lessons I picked from there. I also learned that anything can be a product. Like, you can pick dust and package, you brand it well, and people will jump on it. Yeah, I think anything can be a product, just anything. That's the difference between the manufacturer and the customer. What they communicate to each other. Yeah. Wow. I learned about how to employ and how to treat an employee. I think that's where most corporations get to fail nowadays. Like, even the big companies do not know how to retain their workers.
That's very true.
And somebody who just gets up from the bed and his father gives him 100 million to open a company will never know how to manage an employee like somebody who has worked like an employee.
That's very true.
Until you serve as an employee, that's the only way you know how to take care of an employee as an employer. Yeah, so I think that's some of the things I picked up then from my experiences working with them. I was able to build a network of friends, customers, and associates that even after working with them, I will continue from it, because normally there's no business without relationships. Today we talk about relationship marketing, which, like, you are here today because of the relationship you have with me.
Exactly.
You didn't come for ice cream, but the relationship you have with me, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's it.
That's what brought me.
When you are able to build such relationships, a positive network, you can be a business person, because that's what you can start a business even without a capital. Those people can be able to vouch for you, even without you dropping a dime. So that's it. So I can say I learned a lot of things that I cannot put up in one episode, but I feel I've been able to release something.
Wow, guys, I hope you are learning something. To all the young persons out there, even the elderly who are interested in entrepreneurship, I believe that there's always something to learn. That's why stories like this are very important. Our guest is a very interesting personality. By now, you should already know that. And I'll continue by asking you this other question. Why did you resign from Soya Konya then?